Falls hockey cheer. You've got Ava Galantis, Ella Klom, Lydia Garner, Nancy Ruby, Anna Cook, and Emma Zimmer.
Hey, make sure your mic's not too fucking loud this time. Yeah, you shut the fuck up.
Here are the starting lineups. First for the visiting team. Starting on right wing, number 19, Ryan Murphy. On your left wing, number 14, Tucker Rankin. On defense, you got number 5, Caden Hunthoff. On the other side, number 6, Dave Schramm.
It feels like
Your center, number 9, Braden Berkland. And finally, goal, number 30.
Yankton's got more people than you. Yeah, they do. So it's too far from the
Anthony Bucks, Harry Peterson, assisted by Andrew Thompson and Chad Rankin.
We're dialed.
And now here's Sioux Falls East Flyers. Starting at the right wing, number 4, Rylan Fenton. On your left wing, 82, Owen Fisher. On the defense, number 5, Beckett Rockfrost. The other defenseman, number 95, Roderick Rockfrost. And center, number 3, Hayden Hansen. And finally, your goalie, number 40, Austin Carden. Howard Anderson, assisted by Trey Hoffman. Introducing our honorary knights of the game, Jack Esser. Jack is from the Sky Blue Knights team. His favorite hockey team is the Sioux Falls Stampede. Been playing hockey for 3 years, and he enjoys it because it gives him a chance to skate with his friends. Game officials for the game of the licensing signed by the South Florida Amateur Hockey Association. You have referees Zach Jurgens, RJ Arctiberg, I'm sorry. Your linesmen are Walker Radcliffe and Trevor Preston. Let's play hockey!
Welcome everybody to the Rinkside 605 live stream broadcast between the Sioux Falls Varsity East Flyers and the Yankton Bucks. The national anthem has already been played, so we will get straight to puck drop. Hayden Hansen will be taking the draw here as it is one back for Beckett Rothrock over to his brother Broderick. This one is sent up back to Hayden Hansen as he sends it deep into the zone. This one is right out in front. Here's Hansen again, and he just misses the net wide. Ryan Fenton in the corner. Here is Hunhoff over to Berkland. Berkland with a shot, and that one just goes right over the top of the net. Murphy sends this one deep. Finally got the scoreboard back up. This one is sent off of Beckett Rothrock and back over to his brother. This one is tipped in as Luke Moeller, who's had a hot year for Yankton, plays this one. This one is turned over right in front. Here's Peterson with a big blocker save there by Austin Cargan. Boy, did he come up clutch there on the bad turnover. Here is number 29. I believe that is not on the roster. I think that's Kylan O'Connor. Might have butchered his first name there. This one is sent out in front. Here's Van Cleve with a slap shot from the point. This one is tied up in Cargan's pad somewhere. This one is sent just wide. Here's Ben Vermeer, and he just sends it all the way down the ice. Luke Moeller comes out to play it to keep the rush going here for Yankton. Here is Jack Peterson. This one is tied up in the corner. This one's sent out in front for O'Connor, but Broderick Rothrock is there. Fenton sends it deep into the zone. This one is third time Luke Moeller has come out to play the puck in the first 2 minutes of the game. As Hayden Hansen tries to dipsy doodle around Moeller, but couldn't quite jam it home. Here is Hansen again. Sends it up to Rothrock. That one is padded just to the side by Luke Moeller. Here is Owen Session. That one's just off the side of the net as Yankton looks surreal. Oh, this one is turned over in front again. So, very bang-bangy first 2.5 minutes of this game as these teams try to settle down and get some offensive zone time and pressure.
Yankton with a lot of sustained pressure early on in this game, testing out Cargan early. Like what they're doing on the forecheck, making these defensemen make quick decisions. But Cargan has looked good early.
Here is number 2, Ty Solon, and he rocks somebody on the blue line as he sends this one all the way down. This is Velik, I believe, with it, trying to get it out. Solon and goes into the boards once again. As here's Erkman with a shot. That one is blocked and sticked away by Austin Cargan. Rylan Murphy, number 19 of Yankton, sends this one around the net as Broderick Rothrock looks to regroup. Sends it over to his brother as this one is chipped out for Vermeer and sent deep into Yankton territory.
Sucks having to do this.
As here's Thatcher May with a shot right into the gut of Luke Moeller. As both of these goaltenders are being tested real early in this game. Two goaltenders who have had some solid years for their respective teams. This one is won by Yankton and broken out. Here is number 16, Thomas. Dawson Toms, excuse me. This one is almost batted out in front as Thatcher May skates it out, and this one is taken away by O'Connor, and here come the Bucks. Here's number 10, Jack Peterson, over for Toms. Toms with a shot, and that one is sent just wide. Here is Thatcher May with it. This one is kept in by Yankton, though, but that'll be an offsides call and an iffy call there by the linesman Walker Radcliffe.
Where's Coach Bauer at?
I'm not quite sure where Coach Bauer Anderson is at the moment, actually. It's a good it's a good question there. I don't know. He's just not on the bench, but I'm sure he's got some... oh, wait. We're going to have a penalty here on Yankton, I guess. I never saw that. Can't blame that on Walker Radcliffe, the linesman, because he didn't call it. But East will be having their Dakota Goons power play here. Here is Fenton out in front for Sesher. Here is Broderick Rothrock as he's battling in the corner with it. The shot from Hayden Hansen out in the slot, but that one is patted away by Luke Moeller.
Hayden Hansen already making his impact on this game.
As he did last week. This one is sent out in front again, as you were saying that, Vinny.
A few good chances out close.
Yep. Oh, that was a. Oh, that one is just almost put into the net there. As here is Hayden Hansen. He sends this one off a skate. They look to regroup. Here is Sesher at the bumper. This one is put between the legs of Fenton, but he couldn't quite get that through. Here is Broderick Rothrock. Here's Hayden Hansen again. Over to Fenton. Fenton looks. He shoots. That one is either blocked or sticked away. There's a UFO in front of me. I apologize for having that for Yankton's streaming service. So can't hate on them for that. As here is Fenton. He just loses the handle on it. This one is sent deep in. 42 seconds left on this power play for Sioux Falls East. Here's Setcher out in front. That one is saved, I believe, by Moeller.
Yankton needs some fresh legs out.
Yeah, Yankton's looking really tired at the moment. This one is sent out in front again, and it's just sitting there right in front of the net. Luke Moeller finally.
In the defense, Luke Moeller, masterclass on that shift there.
And I do believe that Luke Moeller is a standout player here for Yankton. 9 shots on goal already through 6.5-ish minutes of play. As this one is sent deep in. As Jackson Ricky Raisler looks to regroup. Here's Vermeer over to Meyer. So 15 seconds remaining on, and that'll be an icing. So not exactly what Sioux Falls East wants to do. A little bit of miscommunication between the power play line here, as we'll have Solonen lined up for the draw against Peterson, the assistant captain for Yankton. He scored some goals on me in my high school career, and can respectfully say that he is a difference maker on the ice here for Yankton. Here's Solonen, sends this one over to Hauser. Couldn't quite get a full handle on it, as this one is just laying in front. Here is Cole Hauser again. Gets it over to Meyer, and that one is off a shin pad and out of the zone for the Bucks. Bad turnover here. Here was Jack Peterson, but couldn't quite get around the defender there. Cole Hauser. Just reverse hit. Here is Solonen. A little bit of a roughhousing from Peterson and Meyer here. Jack Peterson does not like what Paxton Meyer is doing for him on the defensive side of the ice. Talking a lot of smack. He is not happy, as both of them are going to go to the box for coincidentals. As he's still yapping his ear off in the box here.
Jack Peterson with the scruff. Talking Paxton Meyer's ear off. Looks to be pretty harmless, though, as we'll stay at 5-on-5.
Here is Brant Cook, who's really found his game this year for East. Finally finding his role on the team after being a freshman last year.
Very light hit there, though, but you can see Yankton's bench energy is going crazy as the 2-on-1 is coming.
That one is whiffed on almost. Good stick there by Broderick Rothrock on the 2-on-1 opportunity. Here's Murphy in front. That was a terrible shot. Not exactly sure what he was trying to do there. That one almost looked like his stick broke. But this one is sent deep by Thatcher May, as Brant Cook is in there to chase.
What the fuck? That was the worst shot I've ever seen.
Rylan Murphy carries it into the zone and sends it deep. Here is Beckett in the corner with it. Bad miscommunication there, as Berkland with it in the corner. Had an opportunity in front of the net. Here is Schramm with a shot, and that one had a stick on it. As here is Beckett Rothrock. Sends it over to Brant Cook, who sends it off a shin pad and looks for a change. Flyers got some fresh legs out on the ice. That should be a trip there, no call. As here is number 5, Caden Hunhoff. That one is blocked.
The forward playing defense.
Forward, stepping back. Fantastic play there. As here is Ryan Fenton. He just loses it as Yankton looks to regroup. Hayden Hansen with it. Over to Fenton. Steals a puck off a stick. Back to Hayden Hansen, and that one is sent right off the pad of Luke Moeller. Hanthorn with it in the corner. He looks at center. Nobody home. Fenton back to Hanthorn. Couldn't quite get a full handle on it as Schramm's in there, as well as Toms for Yankton. This one is sent around for Ryan Fenton, as there was no winger there on the wall to pick up his pass. Here's Schramm. That one is flipped up to the point man. A shot as Sioux Falls. Here's Yankton in front. Couldn't quite get a full shot on goal there, but good opportunity for the Bucks. Very back and forth game here as teams just surge, and then the other team surges as that is going to be offsides. But here's Rylan Murphy as he couldn't quite get past Beckett Rothrock. He carries it in 1-on-4, I believe. This one is going to be offsides. A little bit of miscommunication there on the blue line. That one's blockered away by Luke Moeller as Yankton is going to have a 1-on-1 opportunity here. Here's Rankin around Broderick. Good shot there and a good move, but couldn't quite get it past Cargan, Here's Ben Vermeer with his classical JV flip play, but looks to work that time. As here is number 14, Tucker Rankin. He just sends this one deep in for Rylan Murphy as Broderick Rothrock looks to regroup and break it out of the zone. Here's Brant Cook up to Solonen. 2-on-2 opportunity here with Rigalizzo as Solonen gets right off the ice. Tired shift. This one is trying to be broken out here by Yankton. A little bit of slow, lazy play here as here is Broderick Rothrock.
Hearing some barking there on the East bench. I don't know if that's a something because Bauer Anderson's not here, or
that one is covered up by Cargan.
You just don't hear that a lot. Owen Sesher going back on the ice. He's also really made his impact on this game. Kind of a classic Owen Sesher type of game. Just obviously not the biggest, strongest type of player, but very smart. And on his last shift, getting back, playing defense there, eating a huge shot, just doing what he needs to do for the team.
As here's O'Connor with it tied up with number 3, Hayden Hansen. Toms and Hanthorn are in there as well. As that one is finally taken out. Here's Owen Sesher. Somebody gets hit into the net. I believe
Hanthorn threw him into the net.
It's what he's made for, though. As here's Jaden Hanthorn once again. Tries to send it around a guy, but couldn't quite get it there as this one is off the helmet of Kylan O'Connor. Not on the roster. I believe he was suspended last weekend. So it's a big player there for Yankton that didn't have in the 3-2 loss they had to East on Sunday. Good defensive play there. Not quite sure who that is, but
awful shot there by O'Connor. Good block.
As Hayden Hansen carries it in. Tries to go around a guy. Tries to center it for Cole Hauser, but couldn't quite get a full stick on it. Rylan Murphy carries it up the Shields logo through the middle. Carries it in 1-on-3. Oh, and he squeaks through. And Yankton breaks the seal. And it is 1-0 Bucks. Rylan Murphy.
Rylan Murphy with an almost fake shot there, but you can tell he just whiffed on it, got his puck back, and squawk it right through that right arm of Austin Cargan. Big goal for Yankton to take the lead, which they did not have a lead in the last game last weekend, so could be something to build on.
Fantastically placed shot there as Yankees going to have another 2-on-1. Here's Rylan Murphy again. He shoots, and that one is stopped up by Austin Cargan. arguably early whistle there, but
Rylan Murphy, what a shit.
Rylan Murphy is having himself a period. Holy cow, folks. He looks like the best player on the ice.
I don't know about that, but he does definitely look strong. He definitely looks fast. Playing with some confidence right now, going down the wing. So I like what I'm seeing out of it.
Hayden Hansen gets this one deep in. Oh, not quite deep. Deep into the Yankton bench, I guess. Mason Hack is kind of blocking my view of the corner here, doing all the camera work. As I don't know if anybody noticed, but we did get a new camera. Shout out to Jack Phil.
Shout out to Coach Curtis Egan in the corner over there with his baby. Respects to him. Maybe Mason doesn't have the camera on him, sorry. I told you to play.
A little bit of miscommunication here up in the press box, but here is Ryan Fenton. Looks to get this goal back for Sioux Falls. 1-on-3 opportunity here for Fenton. He puts it through somebody's legs, but unfortunately can't keep up with the puck if you're getting smoked on the hash marks.
Those guys on plays like that, it's really not going to work trying to go 1-on-3 against 3 defenders that are kind of squared up to you, but that's a line where when they're passing can be really, really dangerous, just creating space for each other and having lethal shots.
Let's see if we can see a little bit of that here on this shift, as this one is blocked out in front. Kylan O'Connor looks to break it out here. Here's Jack Peterson. Thatcher May in front, but good stick there by Van Cleve. Takes that threat opportunity away for East. As this one is turned over here. And Sesher tries to chip it, but couldn't quite get a full shot in. Thatcher May drops his stick there in the corner. Here's Brant Cook using his body like he should. This one is sent out in front, but nobody's home there for East as Broderick Rothrock looks to reset the offensive pressure here. Here is Thatcher May. Long toe drag and a shot. That one goes just wide.
One thing I will say here, Yankton's defense not making the cleanest breakout passes, so the forechecks can be a crucial thing for East.
So this one is sent into the East bench area. Lincoln Turner with his first save of the game. As Walker Ratcliffe looks to drop the puck. This one is won back by Ty Solonen. Jackson Ricky Bobby Racer takes this one into the zone. Yankton seems to be running more of a neutral zone trap. They're not being very aggressive in the neutral zone at all. And Sioux Falls wins those draws back. This one is chipped up. Here is number 14, Tucker Rankin, a shot. That one is right into the chest, and a good save there by Austin Cargan.
Tucker Rankin looking really good so far today.
Flying
across the ice.
Yep, using his speed to get around these East defenders. As here is Ricky Bobby once again, taken in by Solon, and he gets this one deep. And is covered up by Luke Moeller.
Back to Tucker Rankin. Wasn't as noticeable in the game last weekend down in Yankton, which he was one of the guys I was looking at to have a big game for Yankton in order to beat East. But he's really turned it on today. Him and Murphy on that line looking really solid. So we'll see what East can do to contain those two fellas.
We got a high stick call here, but touched up by Yankton. As here's Tucker Rankin once again. It's to send it across. Nobody's there, but here's Birkland, I believe his name is. Braden Birkland. Number 9 of Yankton.
Oh, shoot. Oh, my God.
Oh, I look like crap. So we are back with the first intermission show. The first period was stopped with a minute 57. There was an unfortunate accident that happened in the crowd, but that minute 57 will be added to the second period. So yeah, 18:57 is on the clock now. Just update those who are watching. So yeah, decently eventful first period. Some big saves were made. I guess Ashton is joining us. Ashton, what'd you think of that first period?
First period?
Yeah.
Pretty damn boring. Not gonna lie.
Pretty boring.
Dude, lucky goal on us too.
All right. What do you think East needs to do differently to take this lead back?
We gotta be more offensive. You know, gotta get the puck on their side a lot more. We added a lot on the penalty, but couldn't really do much with it. Couldn't get a shot up. That was actually good.
Yeah. Some big saves made by Luke Moeller in that period. A lot of pucks just kind of sitting there in the house, the low slot. But East could not capitalize on any of those chances. Moeller doing a great job just getting in front of those. What else? What do you think of Austin Cargan's period?
Cargan had some big saves. Can't really blame him for the goal he gave up. Rylan Murphy kind of whiffed on it a little bit, kind of got caught in some skates. Kind of just an awkward play in general, and kind of ended up squeezing right in the armpit area right there. So as a goalie myself, I know it's a tough save to make. I got to say, though, Luke Moeller is having a day right now. He had a good first period, and I mean, Luke Moeller's going to be tough to get one past here. Like I know West had some troubles scoring on Luke Moeller. And, yeah, he's a big difference maker, and I think Yankton, when they have Kylan O'Connor on the ice, he's got a lot of speed and a good shot and good offensive mind. I think they're a very dangerous team.
So we got a couple of Sioux Falls West guys around the table. Do you guys have anything to say? Any call-outs against anyone in the state? Go for it. You get after it.
Humble guys over here. They don't want to call anybody out.
Couple of great guys here. Yeah, I put them in a tough situation. They very well PR trained. So good job, boy. Yeah. Oh yeah, Ashton, are you taking any pictures here today?
Just video.
Hey, just video.
Be pictures tomorrow at Mitchell.
Where can they find that?
On the Instagram, AY Prods. Little edits gonna come out. Hopefully tonight. Hopefully maybe tomorrow.
All right. We'll be looking forward to that. That's probably about all we have for the intermission show. So thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back for the start of the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second period and then some between the Sioux Falls East Flyers and the Yankton Bucks. We had a ugly incident with 1:57 remaining as we will play 1:57 here to end the first period, and then we will go straight into the second period with 17 minutes of play. So 18:57. They'll be taking the starting face-off here just in front of the Sioux Falls East bench area, as it'll be Hansen against Peterson. This one is one forward for Hayden Hansen as he looks to tie this game up. Rylan Murphy had the one and only goal in this game. Kind of a awkward play, but he regathered the puck and shot it and sniped Austin Gargan. Shots on goal are 11-9 in favor of East, as here is Peterson as that one is just about two in front for him. This one is broken up there by Owen Sesher as he looks to get it deep into Yankton territory. Played back by Luke Moeller as this one is turned over for Hayden Hansen. Hayden Hansen driving the net, tries to center for Sesher, but couldn't quite. As Owen Sesher with a nice play there. This one is sent out in front by Vermeer, but couldn't quite get a stick on it as this one is sent down for an icing. I apologize, I forgot to turn on the scoreboard. But Ty Solonen will be taking the draw here for East. Wins it forward, tries to get a shot on goal there. This one is centered out in front for Vermeer, as Yankton looks to break it out. This one is sticked up by Vermeer, but it's turned around. Here's Birkland. Birkland around a defender, a shot, and that one is off the shin pad of Cole Hauser. Paxton Mean Muggin Meyer sends this one out as Solonen and Vermeer. This one is sent deep into the zone. Solonen tries to reverse hit or something. I'm not sure what he was doing, but he goes flying across the ice. Here's Solonen again with it. Got some time and space. Pass and a whiffed on shot there by Cole Hauser. Looked like a prime opportunity to score there. He's got a frustrated look on his face coming off the ice. 7 seconds remaining for the end of this first period, as we will go straight to the second. It does say it's the fifth period, though, on the scoreboard.
Nothing really to describe that short period. A lot of back and forth play, a couple hits thrown. Ty Solonen did have a nice pass there to Hauser, who just could not quite handle that puck. But yeah, they'll now switch sides and get this show rolling.
Shout out to our Rinkside605 camera crew. We got Mason Hack on the camera. We do not have two microphones, which is why you're not hearing much of Vinny. But he will have the game tomorrow, as these are our last two streams of the season. So, kind of late to get a new camera anyways, but it looks much better and shouldn't be lagging, as here is Hayden Hansen on the draw. This one is won back by Jack Peterson and sent deep into the zone. Ryan Fenton, number 4, comes in, makes a move, and this one is here for Hayden Hansen. That one is sent just wide. Rothrock sends this one up and high over the net, as Sedlacek looks to regroup for Yankton. This one is sent deep by Jack Peterson as Broderick is there to break it out. This one is sent up to Owen Sesher. Owen Sesher having a strong last 2 months of hockey. He's really found his groove. This one is snagged out of the air by Luke Moeller. And both teams will be getting some fresh legs on the ice. So yeah, shout out to Mason Hack on the camera and Dalen Gibson doing the scoreboard over here, and then Vinny giving me the comms, and pretty smooth.
Pretty much doing nothing. But
Yeah, we one of the microphones is broken, like I said, so kind of stinks. But we make best of what we have. As Solonen sends this one up to Ricky Bobby Racer. This one is sent over to Mean Mug and Meyer. I'll stop with the nicknames, but this one is sent deep into the zone as Solonen trying to body these Yankton defenders
I bet the
again.
parents love the nickname.
I hope the parents here watching. This one is turned over. Here's Birkland on the breakaway, a shot and a goal.
Bikeland is fired up. Nice play there. Shot out of a cannon right down the middle of the ice. And he puts it home for Yankton.
Bad miscommunication there from the East defenseman, as Yankton will take the 2-0 lead despite having less shots. This one sent out for Ryan Fenton. 2-on-1 opportunity here, and he loses the handle on it. Hunhoff with a nice move, as Yankton almost feeling like the home team here, as they brought in a big crowd. They're got a lot of bench energy. They're loud, and it's what we love to see in South Dakota hockey.
You know, Yankton, a team full of seniors this year. Probably a lot of friends, family that wanted to come out here for possibly one of the last games they get to see. And really great turnout here for them.
Here's Owen Sesher going in 1-on-3 and can't quite get around the Yankton defenseman. Yankton's defense is doing really well poking the puck on these rushes for Sioux Falls. I gotta say, just not really giving the forwards of East a lot of time, as Roger Rothrock turns this one over and sent out in front. Here's Van Cleve. The nice move, sends it back deep into the zone. Here's Beckett. Gives it to his brother as they look to break it out. This one is flipped high and out of the zone. Perfectly placed there as Sioux Falls gets some fresh legs as they have the long change here in the second period. Bad step there by Rothrock, as East just not looking like a well-binded group here. This one is settled down by Van Cleve and sent deep into Flyers territory. Roderick Rothrock sends it over to his brother, Beckett. Sauces it up the middle, and this one is blocked up again. Sioux Falls not sustaining any offensive zone time. This one is up on top of Cargan. Good save. Couldn't quite find it after, though. This one is tied up by Solonen. It's a big hit there as Cole Hauser's stick goes flying into the ref. Shout out Walker Radcliffe. This one is sauced up the middle. Jaden Hanthorne tries to body him as Yankton's going to have a 2-on-1. It's Birkland again. Shot. That one is a good save there by Austin Cargan.
Physicality ramping up a little bit here. Speed is as well.
Yankton ended up playing a postponed game in Mitchell last night against Pierre. Not quite sure what the final score of that game was, but here is
it was 5-2.
5-2 in favor of Yankton. As Thatcher Mays gets tied up here, and here's Jack Peterson. He's got some wheels. And tries to pass to his F2 there.
Good defense there by Hanthorn to square up on him.
Yeah, perfect. This one is sent off the wall as Hanthorn loops it around. Here is Tucker Rankin, tries to sauce that one to Kylan O'Connor, but couldn't quite get a full stick on it. This one is centered out in front, and that one's, is that off the post? It was off the post. Can't quite see, there's a big bar in front of my face. Here's Jack Peterson, tries to center this one, but couldn't quite get it to a teammate. Anthony Rigolizzo on the forecheck here. Brant Cook goes for the change despite the puck being at his feet, as not quite sure who that is, but that one is off of Velik, excuse me. That one is off of the shaft of Cargan. Yankton definitely looking like the better team here as we come up on the halfway mark of this hockey game. This one is settled down. That one is off the pad. Another shot off the face of Cargan as Sioux Falls desperately needs some fresh legs and to get it out of their zone. Here's Velik. Goes around Ryan Fenton as Hayden Hansen gets tied up. Here's Toms. This one centers out in front.
Dangerous play there. Austin Cargan doing a great job of keeping his team in this game. A lot of scoring chances within the last 5-6 minutes.
One almost gloved down there by Cargan. As this one is chipped up. Big hit there by Ryan Fenton. But Yankton still has the puck. Shot from the point there is tipped up by Schramm. There's Rankin in front. That one is covered up by Austin Cargan. Schramm not happy. I'm not sure why. Maybe because he didn't score, but we'll have some banter going back and forth between these two teams. I know Sioux Falls East definitely doesn't like Yankton. Having played them on Sunday, excuse me. So only 5 days difference, 6 days, I guess, between these two meetings of each team. East will go on to play Mitchell tomorrow, which would secure their second seed behind the Rushmore Thunder and in front of the Bucks. If Sioux Falls East here wins today, then that will guarantee you that they have the second seed. As this one is sent around, here's Ryan Fenton. Tries to chip it up to Hansen, as here's Hansen. Hansen's going to have a 2-on-0 opportunity here. A shot, and a good save there by Luke Moeller. 2-on-0 opportunity there, and Hayden Hansen took it all himself as Luke Moeller with a big save. Here's Hayden Hansen again, a shot, another blocker save there by Luke Moeller. East with their stray opportunity to score here in this period. Couldn't quite capitalize as Yankton still has a 2-0 lead. Here's Broderick. The nice move gets it up to Sesher. This one is chipped off a boot. I believe that's Schramm. As Broderick again. All right, here's Ryan Fenton. Carrying it up this side wall as he sends it deep into the zone as Luke Moeller comes out and settles it down. This one is centered out in front. Couldn't quite get... what a save! Oh my... What a save by Luke Moeller as he came sprawling across his crease after a bad misplay behind his net as he gave it right to Hayden Hansen, but holy cow.
Saving himself there, yeah, Luke Moeller with kind of the lackadaisical pass to Hansen, but takes a big one there.
Here's Birkeland again. He's got some wheels. Makes a move around a guy, but he's tripped up there by Austin Cargan. No call on the play. Yankton fans do not like it. Kind of looked like he skated right into his crease. Yeah. Not sure what they expect. Here's Solonen. 1-on-2 opportunity, a shot, and that one is just chipped up. Excuse me, tipped up. And off the back wall and covered up by Luke Moeller. Luke Moeller, 15 for 15 so far as we are coming very close to the halfway mark in this hockey game.
Luke Moeller now the goalie being tested in these last 5-6 minutes. So,
This one is tipped in front and scores! Hayden Hansen on the doorstep. And Sioux Falls East gets one back.
Yankton now being sent to the box. That's going to be number 9 at Birkland. Not sure what the call is, but probably not a great penalty to take, especially right after you get scored on. So this could be an opportunity for East to capitalize. Never mind, it looks to be 5-on-5. Project Rothrock over to Owen Sesher. We'll just chip it into the zone.
Excuse me, I had to rip Mason Hackford zooming in with the camera because it's making the stream laggy. As here's Ryan Fenton again. Ryan Fenton tries to get this one up to Broderick, sent back down to Fenton. A nice move. He tries to stuff this one, but that one is covered up by Luke Moeller. As the penalty is not on. I'm so confused. Why is he in the box?
I already talked to him.
I must not be paying attention. This one takes another deflection.
Why did it in the box?
I'm not sure. I don't know. Well, Yankton has Braden Birkland in the box. The breakaway goal scorer here in the second period for Yankton. No penalty on the board, though, so I'm not quite sure what the call on the play was. Mason Ack is telling me he got a 10-minute misconduct.
Flipping off.
Not quite sure why there is no penalty, though. Oh. I guess I don't know the rules. Sorry. Having played this sport my entire life, you'd think I would know what a penalty call is, but I guess not. As Yankton fans are chanting, "Go Bucks," per usual. As here is Beckett Rothrock. Here is Owen Sesher. A shot. That one is covered up. Good save there as Beckett lipping off to Dimmer. Seven minutes and 47 seconds remaining here in the second period. 2-1 in favor of the Yankton Bucks, despite East outshooting them by 3. Luke Moeller is having a game. Here's Caden Hunhoff. Sent it up to Toms. Toms sends it deep into the zone. Schramm with a shot from the point. That one is blocked up and a good eat there. And sent wide once again. Owen Sesher chipping it up and out as a race here for the puck. Hunhoff. Here is Kylan O'Connor. I believe his name is Kylan. It might be Kyler, but I think it's Kylan. If I can try to remember, he's not on the roster, like I said. Here's Brant Cook. Back to Hunhoff. And over to Schramm. Here's Kylan O'Connor. As Rigolizzo tries to send it deep. This one takes another deflection at center ice. And is chipped up and out for the Bucks. This one is sent deep into the zone. Rylan Murphy is there to get it on the ring around. Good eat there by Thatcher May. Took that one right off of the sternum and the hand almost. As this one is sent down and they called that an icing.
Some hot heads on the East bench. A lot of barking and chirping in this game.
Here is Rylan Murphy, sends it deep for Jack Peterson. Jack Peterson tries to center it. This one is sitting out in front of the crease, but Ty Solonen scoops it up. This one is sent a nice pass there. He took a hack right at Cole Hauser, a shot, a good save there.
Strong play there by Hauser.
Here's Solonen, and that one is broken up there in front of the net by Van Cleve. Murphy tries to go around Ricky Bobby, but couldn't quite get through. This one is sent up once again for Cole Hauser, as he's showing off his wheels today. Big hit there at center ice by Ty Solonen. Yankton fans don't know that that is not an interference at all. And Yankton will be going on the penalty kill, I believe. Nope. Yep, nope. I don't know. Oh, looks like Razor's going to the box. Not quite sure what the call is, as these referees look just as confused as everybody else.
Sounded to me like the Yankton fans called that penalty.
But it's still 5-on-5. This is the second. I'm so confused. This is the second. There's a guy in the box for each team. They must have given him a misconduct as well. I don't know. It's still 5-on-5 hockey, though. All right. Here is Ryan Fenton. Sauces this one into the corner. Van Cleve is back for Yankton. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call on Jackson Raisler.
That's not the guy I would expect to have an unsportsmanlike conduct.
No, Raisler usually keeps his mouth shut. Not sure what he said or did. This one is sent across. And Yankton's going to have a break here. 2-on-1 opportunity. Here is Kylan O'Connor, sauces it over. And Larson couldn't quite get the stick on it. This one is sent out in front again, but Sioux Falls is back. Here is Hayden Hansen.
Grand larceny on Larson.
With a shot and right into the glove/mitt of Luke Moeller, who just faced his 20th shot of the game. Still 2-1 in favor of Yankton, but Sioux Falls looking to find their mojo, as the second half of this period has been a lot better than the rest of the game. Thatcher May trying to do his signature shot off the draw like he did against Pierre. Another shot, just whips it at the net. That one is scooped right up.
Dalen Gibson with a 4 out of 12 on his clears.
What class?
That's a great first year seminar.
Here's Hanthorn, shot from the point, and he goes 5-0! Jaden! Brad Cook!
The Hamburglar, Jaden Hanthorn.
Jaden Hanthorn with the Gino. Might be his first or second of the year, not sure, but holy cow. Good screen there, too, by the East forwards. Luke Moeller didn't even have a chance, couldn't even see it. Just a laser of a shot that didn't even get an inch off the ice. And this game is tied, folks. Here is Rylan Murphy. That one is tipped up, centered out for Cole Hauser. He couldn't quite get a handle on it. Here's Jack Peterson. Murphy tried to split the D there. That one is tipped out in front again. This one is sent. And Rylan Murphy is not happy, as him and Rothrock, I believe, will be going to the box.
There goes Murph to the box.
Nope. Rylan Murphy with the first goal in the game, and penalty here. Kind of just tackled Beckett Rothrock for some reason, but
All 5 of those starters out there for PP1.
this is dangerous. This is a huge opportunity for East to take the lead back. As
Insta-clear.
if we do remember back to last Sunday, East had the 2-0 lead, and then Yankton ended up coming back and tying it, just like this game. Here is Hayden Hansen buying himself some time here, 5-on-4. In the slot, a shot, and that one is just off a stick and into the netting.
That's a very, very confident play there by Hansen to take it up to the blue line and then pull it backhand. Risk of a turnover and a breakaway the other way, but nah, Hansen's confident enough to take that into the middle of the slot, take a shot, almost score there, but that's what separates the great from the good.
The best from the rest.
Yeah.
Here is Broderick Rothrock. Sends this one deep in, but there's a buck there. Right behind, excuse me, Jack Peterson was right behind Broderick Rothrock. Here's Beckett as Peterson blows a tire. Wouldn't say that was a sick move. He kind of just looked like he caught an edge, so. The West boys were loving it, though. This one is chipped out as Peterson once again. Here is Broderick Rothrock. East hasn't really settled down much on this power play. They need to move the puck a little bit more, as this one is in front for Hansen, and a good stick there. Oh, this one is turned over by Broderick as Yankton is going to have a 2-on-2, 2-on-3. Here's Schramm with a shot off the side of the net. East with a terrible power play so far.
Good play by Schramm there to use his big body, cut into the middle, just couldn't squeak that by Cargan off.
He's a defenseman, I believe, too. Yeah. So here's Caden Hunhoff. He looks to just chip this one out as Jaden Hanthorn, the goal scorer recently. Here's Ben Vermeer, the shot. That one is off the side of the pad and covered up by Luke Moeller. 2 seconds remaining. I know it says 1 on the virtual scoreboard, but 2 seconds remaining on Rylan Murphy's penalty, as Sioux Falls East will get one last chance here, 5-on-4. And Solinen's here to take the draw against O'Connor. Wins it right back to Vermeer. Vermeer with a shot, and that one is a good blocker save there by Luke Moeller. Solinen going around. Here is Cole Hauser. Into the slot. That one is chipped up, and a good blocker there. Once again by Luke Moeller. His stick side and his glove have been real solid so far in this game. As Yankton looks to break it out of the zone here. Here is Dawson Toms, number 16 for Yankton.
He's
getting hard there. A good battle there against Jaden Hanthorn. 2 big bodies there as Cole Hauser's back. Weissenberger blew a tire, but
Hauser's got to move that sound in there, cutting across the blue line.
Here's Rylan Murphy. A shot! Good save there by Austin Cargan. As East can't be giving up those opportunities. He drove that net really hard, and that was a fantastic play and good pass there.
Excellent vision there by O'Connor to find Murphy just creeping there across the blue line.
That one is whiffed on, but settled back down. That one is sent just wide. That was an awful shot. Might have been tipped, though. I'm not sure. Here is Beckett Rothrock. They're going to break it out. Him and Rylan Murphy do not like each other. I can tell you that, guys. Jaden Hanthorn, 8 seconds remaining on the clock as East looks to just kill this one. 3 seconds. Here's Ty Solinen. Not going to have enough time as he gives Rankin a little cross-check. Yankton fans
Nathan Rankin with some beef there. Or not Nathan, sorry. Got some more beef in the corner there.
Rothrock and Murphy are still going at it. We are in for a interesting third period once again. 2-2. As these two very evenly matched teams look to go at it for one more period in the regular season. Welcome back, everybody, to the third period between the Bucks of Yankton and the Sioux Falls East Varsity Flyers. Sioux Falls East Varsity Flyers. Shots on goal currently are 26-19 in favor of East. We're getting fired up and riled up on the bench, but 2-2 is the score here. Luke Moeller is having a game, same as Lawson Cargan, as we will get ready to drop the puck. There's one forward here for Kylan O'Connor. He just gets it deep into the zone and out of play. Ends up hitting one of the senior banners, but of course here is Hayden Hansen taking the draw with Jack Peterson, and it's one back for Owen Session. Here's Ryan Fenton. 2-on-2 opportunity here. This one is sent over to Rothrock. Rothrock with a shot, and that one is right over the net. It was a laser. Here is Beckett playing pretty low as he gets back and recuperates at his defensive position. Here is number 5, Caden Hunhoff, and he sends this one all the way down the ice, and that will be an icing. So East will have an offensive zone draw. Once again, we do apologize for the UFO that is on the camera. Did get readjusted a little bit. Here is Ryan Fenn in front. That one is, I'm not sure if Moeller got a piece of that or not, but either way, good positioning. This one's sent over for Hayden Hansen as he just gets it deep into Buck territory. Schramm for Yankton sends it up to Kylan O'Connor, and here's Jack Peterson. Peterson over to Toms. And shot right off the chest protector of Austin Cargan, and good positioning there. Here's Ben Vermeer. Hung out with him last night, had a great time. Him and Thatcher May. Some old high school buddies of mine. As here's Jaden Hanthorne. This one, good skate tip there by Solonen, but Hauser couldn't quite get the full puck on his stick. As some board battles here. Your typical first 3 or 4 minutes of a period, as just a lot of back and forth. Here is Mean Mug and Meyer. Someone takes it out of the zone, gets a little boost there from Sedlacek, but here's Meyer with it. Paxton Meyer had the dagger against West last time they matched up. Nice moving goal he had there. If you want to check out AY Prods on Instagram, you can see that clip. Here's Ryan Fenton. 2-on-1. As that one is tied up. Good stick there by Tucker Rankin. Here's Broderick. This one is tied up on the wall, but East retains possession and sends it deep into Yankton territory. It's turned over in front and a shot. Couldn't quite get a full shot on that. Was Hayden Hansen. Here's Toms with Jack Peterson. This one is sent out in front. Cargan just sends it into the corner. Owen Sesser chips this one up as Velik will be back. Terrible pass there as Hayden Hansen.
Puck just kind of getting thrown around this period. Not a lot of urgency here.
From either side, really.
Either side, yeah.
Bad pass there by Hansen as well.
I could see a weird kind of breakaway / 2-on-1 kind of popping up. Could be a good scoring chance.
Fenton did have a good chance in front, but kind of a bad shot. As here's Beckett Rothrock with some wheels. Skates around Velik. Tries to skid around the net here. Here's Ty Solomon with it. That one is blocked. Here's Meyer with the shot, and that one is tipped up and sent wide. Cole Hauser behind the net. Solomon retains possession. The shot! And that one is off the side of the net. Cole Hauser.
Ty Solomon just shooting
Nice
it
move
from
there.
wherever.
Good pad save there. As this one will be sent all the way down. For an icing. Good shift there by those.
Good shift there by that east line, but maybe the shot selection wasn't amazing. But once they get some guys there in the house, kind of around the hash marks. Oh, that's good.
Here's Solomon. Still on the ice here with Hauser and Vermeer. Meyer gets this one deep as he bum rushes in on the forecheck. Here's Ben Vermeer, having experience at the defensive position, considering going to South Dakota State University and playing some defense for the club team there. This one is centered out in front as Solon is there to scoop it up. As he tries to get some speed, and he is sent
Into the turnbuckle.
into the turnbuckle. Good move here by Rigolizzo. Grant Cook, Solon with a whiff. As here come the Bucks. Here's Berkland and Hunhoff. Berkland, this one is tipped out and goes behind the net. Solomon still trying to use his body. He's been out there for a long while as he will head to the bench. Here's Brant Cook. Schramm here, number 6 for Yankton. This one is sent deep once again by Beckett Rothrock. Good forecheck here by East. Yankton not retaining a lot of the puck in the offensive zone as we're about coming up on the 6-minute mark into the period. Good shot here by Hunhoff, but Thatcher May got a good stick on it. Rigolizzo broken up by O'Connor as Ryan Fenton sends this one deep into the zone.
Yankton playing what looks to be 6D, just rolling. Interesting approach. You don't see that a lot in SDAHA.
Ryan Fenton carries it into the zone, tries to split through 3 guys, and he gets punched in the face by Schramm as he was falling. Definitely looked unintentional, so you can't really blame Schramm for that one, as he was just trying to use his big body. So East will go on the power play here. Chance to go out in front against the Bucks. Shout out to this guy with his flag.
He's a classic Go Bucks guy.
The classic Go Bucks guy. Can't really see in the corner. Here is Owen Sesher. Sends it up to Rothrock. Rothrock's going to shoot this one. That one is sent just wide. Shot here. Good save there by Moeller once again. Who's fend in front. That one is blocked, I believe, by the Bucks defender. Not quite sure who that is. I think it's Weissenberger. As good play there by Austin Cargan as the Flyers look to settle down in the offensive zone here on the power play. This one is sent off the mitt of Hunhoff. Here's Broderick Rothrock. The Yankton penalty kill has been pretty solid today, not allowing a lot of space for this East power play. As Rothrock takes a spill. Beckett Rothrock. Over to his brother. This one sent across for Fenton, but it's on it offhand. Behind the net here is Hayden Hansen. Looking to center it. Here's Rothrock at the point. That one is sent back into the corner with the Subway logo. Here's Ryan Fenton. It's broken up on the side of the net. In front of the net here. A shot and a good save there by Moeller. The puck's loose. It's still just sitting there, and they score! Hayden Hansen in front of the Huzz. Yankton definitely wanted a call, but Luke Moeller never had the puck covered and thought he did. Everybody just kind of stood still there for a second, but Hayden Hansen wasn't letting that fool him as Sioux Falls East goes up 3-2 with 9:13 remaining in the third period. Here's Dimmer. Little backhand as this one's sent off the stick of Cargan. Here's Salonen with it. Gives it over to Cole Hauser. Tries to make a move around the defenseman, but couldn't quite do it. Here's Ricky Bobby Raisler. Sends it deep into the zone as Luke Moeller will pass this one to Ben Vermeer. This one's sent across. Tipped, excuse me. Here's Rylan Murphy. Kylan O'Connor with a shot. That one's just over the net. That was a good release there from number 29. This one sauced up the middle for Cole Hauser. My MacBook was at full charge when I started this game, and it is now at 7%. And I do not have my charger with me, so hopefully at the end of this 2-on-1 opportunity here for Stalin and Rigolizzo. That one's off the pad. Tried to go low far pad and went low close pad. A lot of back and forth in this period so far. Here's Thatcher May, whiffs on it. And here's Birkland. Birkland sends this one over. Here's Rigolizzo. He breaks that one up. Good back check there from him. Here's Birkland. To Honhoff. Honhoff gets it deep into the zone. Here's number 27, Brant Cook. Gives it up to Rigolizzo as he just takes a check there from Schramm. Thatcher May gloves this one down. Nice move there around the defender. He gets pushed into the boards once again. Here's Brant Cook. Below the goal line. As Owen Sesher will get this one deep in, and the Flyers will get some fresh legs. Getting their first line back out onto the ice with Sesher, Fenton, and Hansen, the ever so lethal. Good stick there. Gonna have an opportunity here is East. Here's Hansen behind the net. He just whiffs on the pass. This one is sent out for Yankton. Ryan Fenton below the goal line as Hunhoff breaks this one up but sends it over to Raisler. Opportunity here for Yankton. Almost had a breakaway, but good back check there as a little bit of miscommunication, excuse me.
Tucker Rankin's got to move that puck. That's a full-fledged breakaway, but instead he delays there and makes an errant pass. Good back check, though, by East to recover.
Factual. Here is Raisler with it over to Salonen. Salonen getting quite a lot of playing time in this game as sends this one off the stick into the corner. Here's Cole Hauser. I'm not sure. Oh, gosh. This is a terrible turnover. What a save! What a save by Austin Corrigan. Terrible defense here from East. This one sent across, but Becca Rothrock is there. A lot of inconsistent play here from East. Whoa! As both teams wanting penalties. Good sauce here from Solon, and this one is sent just wide by Vermeer. Good opportunity there. It was kind of just rolling, though. Breakaway opportunity here for Yankton. Here's Kylan O'Connor. He shoots! Big save there once again by Austin Corrigan. Austin Cargan is having himself a third period. Coming up on 5 minutes remaining in this game. East leads 3-2. East giving up a lot of odd man rushes here, a lot of miscommunication between the defensemen and the forwards. As Rylan Murphy, here's Berkland, sends it up to the point. Bellick, good stick there by Brant Cook. As here comes East. 2-on-1 opportunity here, but Brant Cook gets bodied off the puck. Here's Bellick with it for Yankton. Sends it up, and it is regrouped here for East. Sauce into the zone and off the stomach of number 8 for Yankton.
Austin Cargan, man, I gotta say, he's a problem. Looking good out there.
2 great goalies in net for each team. As here comes Yankton. Berkland has a goal already. Gives this one to Murphy, who also has a goal. This one is sent across for Rankin, but he couldn't quite get his stick down. Here's Vellick with it. Tries to center it, but he gets bodied off the puck by Raisler. Good play there by number 58. Here's Berkland. Here's Murphy again. He whiffs on the shot as Dimmer sends this one into the corner.
Murphy whiffed on a shot earlier that turned into a goal, but not that time.
As this one will be sent all the way down for an icing. As
I will say, this is definitely one of the better goalie matchups I've seen in a while in SDAHA. Luke Moeller, the senior, keeping his team in this one, and Austin Cargan, the youngster, first year varsity, doesn't look like so.
that one is sent off the back glass as here's Hayden Hansen with it. Needs to move around a defender as Ryan Fenton has it. Good move there off the stick of Moeller. That one's tried to be stuffed in, but Moeller's stick and block over there. So
What a story Austin Cargan has been. Played on JV West last year and then kind of got transferred over to the east side, came in, has played quite a few games against some good teams, and hasn't looked back. He's been amazing for them. Hansen with a good chance there. But
here's Hunhoff. Over to Peterson. Peterson, he's got some wheels. Tries to send this one over to Anderson, but he was stopped dead in his tracks waiting for Peterson to get into the zone. This one is sent up for Larson as he just sends it deep into the zone. As Broderick Rothrock. Here's Anderson with it in the corner. Centered in front, and a good save there by Cargan. Getting to the top of his crease there. Tough play for a goalie when you're on your knees. My MacBook is currently at 3%, so we got 223 remaining. Let's hope that we can finish this one out. Broderick Rothrock gives this one up to Ryan Fenton. Yankton definitely will be pulling their goalie anytime soon. As here is Berkland with it. Broderick Rothrock. That one is chipped out of the zone by Sesher as East will get some fresh legs on. Less than 2 minutes remaining here. Yankton can't quite get any consistent offensive zone time.
looks like we got a Yankton timeout. Good time to use that.
It's bad for the viewers watching the stream because my MacBook is at 2 now.
Brightness, turn it down.
Oh, smart. Good thinking, Vinny.
Timeout, Yankton.
Fingers crossed computer does not die, but if I'm Yankton here, definitely got to get bodies to the net. Make it so Cargan can't see shots because clearly tonight he's been getting in front of everything he's seen. I'm looking at Tucker Rankin, O'Connor, some guys who've had some good games. Murphy's been in the mix all game too. Then on the east side of things, they'll put their shutdown guys on the ice. Could even just be those top guys, the guys they trust to get in front of shots, get pucks out, make quick decisions, and possibly pop one into the empty net. We'll see if Mueller just comes out now or they wait a little bit. I'd probably pull him now. Get a good amount of time there on the 6-on-5. Trust your guys to win puck races.
As Mueller looks to be going back to his crease, probably just going to wait for Yankton to get their possession.
Standing there at the hash marks, yeah, he's ready to go.
Hand at the top of his stick, ready to pump those legs back to the bench and get an extra attacker on the ice. If the stream does end up turning off, we will be streaming on Rinkside605. Probably be pretty short here, but
On the phone.
on the phone. So, here is Ryan Fink. Takes it into the zone, a shot. Good save there by Luke Mueller, stretching. Getting down to the last minute and 25 seconds in this hockey game. Yankton hoping to tie it up here, but they can't gain any possession. As MacBook is down to 1%, so here is Berkland. Down to the last minute in regulation here, as Yankton really needs to turn on their high horses. Here's Murphy. Into the zone, offsides here. And they're just wasting more time. And the ref blows the whistle. 40 seconds remaining. My MacBook might die. So just be prepared to flip on over to Instagram if it ends up just turning off. Vinny's got it on speed dial for me. As Yankton gets this one deep into the zone. Luke Mueller still at the top of the hash marks. 30 seconds remaining. Yankton just can't retain the puck. This one is sent deep into the zone. 25 seconds. As Luke Mueller's going to go to the bench. He's going to have to be right now. Yep, he's going. Here come the Bucks. 13 seconds remaining in this hockey game as Owen Sesher pins the puck against the wall. 5 left as it's just against the wall here, and it looks like East will take this one 3-2 once again as Yankton is not happy, respectfully so. They had a horrible third period.
Beckett Rothrock must have gotten in their heads during these last couple games as he took a beating there.
Well, we appreciate you guys watching. Definitely an interesting game with all the commotion towards the end of the first period and having to finish that one out at the beginning of the second as